Step into my circle with the opposite of Urkel. When I pull up flying purple, people eaters couldn't bite me. I sealed the fate of Herschel. And I just leave them on the limb and hand them a business. His rappers are walking that I already killed them. Skin blanco, lyrical weapon kicking like a Bronco. Head honcho, spherical presence came from the grotto. A dead rapper, rap his body.
6 years ago, in 2013, we had 50 people at this conference. 50. Where's Gene Rich at? Is Gene Rich here? Gene Rich was the first industry entrepreneur to get the copy of the book, Win the Game. Raise your hand if you guys are back here 3-4 years ago. Booyah, baby.
It must be the truth. I could be the proof.
Some of you guys know I started this industry back in 1999 in my home state of Minnesota. We got any Minnesota contractors here? It wasn't too long ago, as you guys know, when competitors didn't talk, folks in the industry didn't share ideas, contractors didn't even know what a public adjuster or policyholder attorney was. I sure didn't, or who to call. You know, being an entrepreneur, key manager, or top producer in this industry was a challenging and lonely ambition. Now look around you guys, we got an entire industry, a few thousand contractors, public adjusters, policyholder attorneys, vendors, suppliers, technology providers, all coming together to share problem solutions under one roof here at WTS. Over the last 6 years, we've drawn a line in the sand. We brought some of the finest minds in the industry across the country together right here, defined our industry, really defined it in the last 6 years, and on our own terms. But at 26, I had served overseas 3 years. I had come back from green to gold, went through OCS, became a second lieutenant, got money to go to college, got the 4-year degree. That Army College Fund money helped. Got my MBA from the top 25 business school, all by the age of 27. Sounds good, right? Sounds like a pedigree.
To my circle with the opposite of Urkel. When I pull up flying purple, people eaters couldn't bite me. I sealed the fate of Herschel.
All right, guys, just want to say I read his book when I was like early college student, Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Yeah.
Thought I wanted to be in corporate America. Changed my life, got me interested in entrepreneurship, and that's why I brought him here for you guys today. You got a big booyah, baby.
Booyah, baby. For some people, this is bad news, but if you're an entrepreneur, it's good news. Because when markets crash, that's when you make most of your money. Hi, this is Robert Kiyosaki, and I want to say I'm very impressed with Win the Storm.
Sometimes you're in the worst position in life. That's the best time to restart everything. So I want to take you back there just for fun. I'm going to take you back to my mindset at 17.
Went and saw Judge Lacey. Well, Judge Lacey saw me one too many times. Sent me to St. Croix boys camp. I'm chopping wood with criminals. Should be back at school. Man, there's this guy named Dan, my camp counselor, wakes us up every day at 6 a.m. Used to be an airborne ranger. Every day I got to hear him. 9 out of 10 of you are going to be addicted to drugs in prison or dead within 10 years. Which statistic do you want to be? That's not something you want to hear every day when you wake up when you're 17.
The military helped transform me from a young man with my chip on my shoulder to an organized machine. You know, I learned to shoot every weapon system known to mankind. You know, you learn things in the infantry like maximum effective range of M16A2. You know, how far away the soldier got before you get to hit them. So that's what I did for 3 years, to learn how to kill people efficiently. But the military also learned discipline, motivation, camaraderie, team building. You know, there's something, you're doing something bigger than yourself, so you learn how to not be selfish, as well as attention to detail, planning, and effective communication, stuff you don't learn in college. Right? By the way, how many soldiers we got in here again? Veterans, why don't you guys stand up? Let's give the veterans a big round of applause. Booyah, baby! You know, in memory of Dan Deshay, a soldier I served with overseas, you know, he took his own life this year. That's why I did it. Let's give you guys veterans here.
Circle with the opposite of Urkel. When I pull up flying purple, people eaters couldn't bite me. I sealed the fate of Herschel. And I just leave them on the limb and hand them a business.
This guy's about Robert O'Neill, former Navy SEAL, the man who killed Osama bin Laden, the baddest man on the planet. Robert O'Neill, give him a round of applause, guys.
What I want to do today is, though, I'm going to talk about some of those high-performance teams I was fortunate to be a part of. The success that we had and the reasons we were successful. One reason we were really good, a high-performance team, is because we were good to each other. If you want to write this down, a good rule for success is nobody wants to work for a fucking dick.
From 1999 to 2013, there was no books, no training, there was very few industry conferences like this, correct? And there really wasn't a lot of people to turn to. There's no mentors. You guys have any mentors back in the age? You learn the hard way. We all learned the hard way. Competitors didn't talk. And now here now we're sharing ideas, best practices. Back in the day, this didn't happen. You learn the hard way. There's no book. You couldn't pick up a Win the Game book and learn a basic blueprint of what insurance restoration is. You can now. So you combine that with, my daughter begging me not to go on the road. Little Bella Mia. There she is. So that picture is 2012. Believe it or not, right here, right after I popped the Phoenix out, I opened up here in Phoenix in 2010. But then I moved here, and I moved my daughter and mom here, and she's like, Daddy, don't go. That's actually a picture I caught. I looked it up, and she's like, Daddy, don't go. I was about to hit the road again. So all these things make you start to rethink yourself as an entrepreneur, what you want to do. This is about when I made the decision to write the book, Win the Game. I thought other entrepreneurs could learn. Everybody talks about their success, right? But the pitfalls, how do you avoid the freaking pitfalls in this industry? Cash flow, accounts receivable problems. If you're a busy entrepreneur in this industry, you don't wake up, on Thursday night, if you're real busy, you're gonna have that one Thursday night where you don't know how you're gonna make payroll the next day. And you gotta come up with shit. You guys ever been there? Don't lie. So, you guys know the deal. We authored, SVGU, SVGR, Win the Game, all that good stuff. That's how most people know me. From 1999, there's really no blueprint. I know a lot of you guys learned the industry ropes the hard way. That's essentially why SVG was launched. So, we launched SVG. I thought there was a market opportunity in training industry entrepreneurs, and help others, avoid those pitfalls. But I was also pissed off. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put all our trade secrets, everything I ever learned in a book, in a training platform, and I'm going to share it with the world. You do weird things when you're pissed off, right? It's funny. I was sitting there that Friday night, and you're like, well, how do I form this business? Sometimes the best way to start a business is not overthink it. I formed the URL page, I formed the Facebook page, the URL, grabbed the logo, and I just started going with it. And then eventually, it scaled. Sometimes the best ideas are born from desperation and pain. SVG was one of those ideas. Good thing I did, because now we're all sitting here today, right? But I'm sharing this story because some of you guys might be in a similar position. Maybe you're thinking about launching a new company. Maybe you're in financial hell. And what I found out over the years is my best businesses or ideas came from financial hell or the bottom, not at the top. There's an old saying in business, overanalysis leads to paralysis. I talk to a lot of people like, well, I'm thinking about doing this. I got this idea. Sometimes you got to think less and just bust a move. Let's do a round of applause for what we did with SVG. Booyah, baby. So guys, we also successfully launched SVGU VR virtual reality. So from November to March, you really couldn't train your sales reps till April, sometimes till April. And now with the goggles, they can get transport on top of a roof and learn all the stuff like they're actually there. So it's kind of a cool deal.
Anthony Del Medico with Storm Ventures Group is talking about his company's latest invention, using virtual reality to train roofing professionals.
Learn how to knock a door, run a lead, inspect a roof, assess a property after damage, whether it's wear and tear, or maybe it's a post-hurricane or wind or hail situation.
Where are you right now, Robert?
Unbelievable. I've never seen VR before.
Set these things on a table, and people came from across the event, were waiting to see what in the world he had going on.
Well, literally putting a business in a box. Last year we launched some basic sales courses in them because most of you guys want to train your salespeople. They're fun for the millennials. They learn how to knock a door, inspect a roof. They're 360 virtual environment. It's a great recruiting tool for millennials. Come in for an interview. You can sit and talk to them about the job forever or throw the goggles on. They're like, whoa, this is cool. They're great for trade shows. We launched SVGU 3.0, VR 3.0. Anybody check that out yet at the booth? These ones have hand sensor detection technology. So if you look at our booth, you'll see the old ones that most of you guys have. 3.0 has hand detection technology, meaning you can see your hands inside the training environment. And you can go back and forth between what we call augmented reality, which is like you'll see everything you see around you, and you can jump back into virtual reality, which is the training environment. So if you get a little sick or dizzy, you can just jump back out. The reason we're doing that though is because with the hand sensor technology, in the real world, you can actually, pick up a piece of chalk and circle a hill hit, for example, with your own hand. So there's a lot of cool stuff. You're gonna see some cool courses. We also zapped 40 new courses. So last year, I think we had like 15 sales courses. Now there's 40 new courses. Right now, all based on sales. Atlas has a build course in there. You learn how to build a multi-family job in virtual reality, step by step, which is a great training aid for salespeople, but also production managers, even crews. You can even answer test questions now in the virtual reality goggles by touching your hand against a test question. We haven't figured out how to turn that into a report card yet, like on the online, but it's cool, and we can do it in English and Spanish. So I want you guys to check that out there. It's pretty cool, English and Spanish. So now you can train your crews how to build per manufacturer spec in virtual reality. Pretty cool. Booyah? Booyah, baby. I also traveled the country this last year and met with many contractors that were struggling. Anybody struggling out there? Don't lie. You're always struggling somewhere in the bell-shaped curve, right? So we launched Contractor Rescue. You guys heard about Contractor Rescue? I've never shot reality TV before. We just kind of did it for fun. We were already out there helping people with the camera. We might as well shoot some kind of fun stuff, right? So we picked 3 candidates.
Tens of thousands of contractors go out of business every year due to bad hiring practices and lack of managerial talent in the 3 functional areas of their business: sales, operations, and collections. We have every resource, every tool you need in each of these key functional areas of a contracting business to help you succeed, and that's what we bring to the table in Contractor Rescue.
You're never going to effectively scale this company if you can't get control of your people and even have a half-an-hour block of training.
Hold on, dog. You fucking up my money, man. Yeah, I'm about to see that my guy don't leave. Hold on a sec, man. We do this camera shit later.
When Mike followed him out to the park, then I knew this was going to be his defining moment as a leader.
Well, start placing some ads for new salespeople. It's easier to give birth than raise the living dead.
I don't give a fuck about the camera shit, dude. I don't care about that shit. I'm a small company. I just got this office, dog. This shit costs, you know how much my fucking bills are now? You trying to get your cameras and your views and shit, man. Quit walking up on me.
Talk about your daughter. Want to spend more time with your daughter.
Leave my daughter out of this
Time
shit.
management.
Yeah, leave my daughter out of this. You can take this shit.
This was his defining moment to put his foot down, draw a line in the sand, and let his people know where he stands.
This is Mike Goldstein from GA.
Give a round of applause to Mike home. So hey guys, welcome. Esquare, just so you guys know, a lot of you guys know me as SVG, SVGU, formerly a contractor. Esquare is a new thing I'm launching this year. It's really a social network. It's a thing to get entrepreneurs and business owners together, because a lot of times we don't have people we can talk to, you know what I mean, about our issues. And then we're creating a new platform. We knew we had Robert Kiyosaki, we had Michael Gerber. A lot of you guys know John Hoteling down here. Brad Lee, founder of Lightspeed. Well, that's who created the virtual online training platform that a lot of big dogs use, like Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, all those guys. And then we got Clayt, the CEO of Keep, formerly Infusionsoft. That's a local $700 million company. Thought, we got these keynote speakers here. Why not do something special where we invite, 40 or 50 CEOs, business owners, or leaders in your category? If somebody was outside looking at our industry, they'd say somebody would scoop all the PA firm up, the policyholder attorney, and a couple hundred contractors and form a publicly traded company. And then you could set culture, and that would change the industry and give them power against the machines. But I think it's the decisions you make at the downside which makes the best upside potential. Because the best inventions, products that I ever launched were absolutely always in the bottom. They're never at the top. My best businesses are just moving and acting, where sometimes it's moving without fear, not analyzing shit, and just going.
Lyrical weapon kicking like a Bronco, head honcho. Spherical presence came from the grotto. A dead rapper, wrap his body in a poncho. A crack his melon with a combo like pronto. Sayonara, kamikaze rocking body armor when I change lanes. Hard enough to body box the bull and shake his mainframe. He got shook and disappeared. Etch a sketch, and ever since nobody heard his bullshit for 8 days. I sacrificed some great relationships due to a passion I was chasing quick. But when you've got everything to lose and nothing to gain, unless you make it big with old friends, can stay at home and watch me like they're getting paid.